Why I don't watch movies with my dad anymore. Hey, Mija, let's watch a movie. Okay, sure. What is this? Oh, it's my favorite movie. It's The Lion King. I just thought, nah, I don't watch cartoons. I don't watch cartoons. No, it's actually really good. I think you'd like it. No, I don't watch that. Change it. Okay. What is this? This is The Greatest Showman. Cambialo. I don't like it. Romance. Too much talking. What? It's a musical. I don't like it. Okay. Mija, what is this? It's Logan. This is too violent. You see, this is why I didn't want you growing up in New York. I don't know why you guys watch these things. This is of the world. This is a devil thing. Okay, I'll change it. Put some sci-fi. You know I like sci-fi. What is this? Guardians of the Galaxy. This is too complicated. Muy complicado. Oh my god. Why do they put those things tan feo? Like, why do they put those things? They're so ugly. Why I don't watch movies with my dad anymore. Part 2. What is this? Papi, it's Captain America. Turn that off. But Papi, why? There's a red skull. You're watching demon things. No, that's part of the movie. It's a superhero movie. In this house, we don't watch the devil. Turn it off. Mija, what movie are we watching? I think I have a movie. Well, put it on. Okay. Did you like it? I liked it. Let's watch more. This is the last one. Why you should be really careful how you treat people. And also why you should stick up for people. When I was in 8th grade, I was really good friends with this kid named Damon. Me, him, and this other friend of mine, we were all at the same table. In English class, we would joke around, talk about the same TV shows and movies. We were the loudest group by far. But near the end of the school year, Damon ended up moving. And it really sucked, but we said goodbye to Damon, who I should tell you was this small, short, funny, wisecracking kid. Didn't matter what you threw at him, he was super witty. So we said goodbye to him, we all went to 9th grade. It was either the end of 9th grade or the middle of sophomore year that I saw Damon again. He had transferred back to our school, saw him at a pep rally, and I was sitting by myself because I despise pep rally. He was like, Josadak, do you remember me? I was like, oh my gosh, David? He was so much taller, face looked different, his voice was deeper. This was obviously a different kid, but really happy to see me. So we started talking, catching up. Then I started noticing that he was getting hit in the back of the head with tiny paper balls. He wasn't even flinching. I looked behind me to see 3 boys throwing paper balls at him. What? Dude, do you see what they're doing? Yeah, I'm used to it. What? This was not the same witty boy that I knew. Oh my god, I'm running out of time. Watch part 2 to see my part 2 of the kids throwing paper balls at my friend's story. So when I told Damon this was happening and he didn't seem to notice, I was very confused. The kid that I used to know would not let this fly. He instead kept his head down, insisted that it was okay, and said that he was used to it. Whatever happened between 8th grade and now completely changed the way that he viewed this behavior. I saw it as unacceptable. He thought it was okay. So instead of accepting that, I turned around and said, hey, what are we in 5th grade? The 3 boys looked at me from the top of the bleachers and said, whatever. That's what high schoolers who act like 5th graders say. And then I said, stop it, it's not funny. They didn't stop. They laughed. But Damon thanked me. I didn't know who this kid was anymore. I can only assume that this type of stuff was happening to him often. That kids at his new school were treating him poorly. And because of that, he thought he was less than. I literally never saw Damon again after that day, but I hope that he knows that he can stand up for himself and that behavior is not okay. Be careful how you treat people, it stays with them. And it can fundamentally change them. Get them. Bye. You guys, this is why I always check myself before I leave any bathroom. Okay. You guys always ask what's my most embarrassing story, and I finally remembered what it was. The reason I think I forgot is because I repressed this so much. It is my mission in life to never allow this to happen again. Let's set the scene. So a few years ago I was at church. I don't know if it was like a regular Sunday or a conference, I don't know what. My church can have services up to like 4 hours long. So I just went to the bathroom for a little me time. Wasn't in there a lot long. Now I'm not a hoverer. I know most girls are, but I prefer to use the toilet cover. But my church doesn't have one of those. So instead I kind of made one. I used like 4 pieces of toilet paper, lined the toilet seat. I wouldn't be touching the actual seat. Okay, job well done. When my me time was over, flush the toilet, wash my hands, make sure my hair looks okay. All is well. Now I'm alone in the bathroom, halfway through the service. The bathrooms at my church are in the lobby. When I exited the bathroom to go back into the church, there are these doors I need to go through. There are also ushers there to open the door for you. There's usually an unnecessary amount, like 2 or 4. Thank goodness there was a girl there. Fall for part 2. This is part 2 of my most embarrassing story. Okay, so I was walking out trying to get back to my seat, and then I feel a tap on my shoulder. This is right when I got past the door. A woman who was standing near the door pointed out that there was a piece of toilet paper on my butt, just chilling there. I grabbed it and it was like a whole thing of it. In the moment, I didn't feel like true embarrassment. Like right now, I grabbed it and kind of like rolled it up. My face was like so emotionless. I was like, I just kind of just put the toilet paper in my pocket and just walked away. Now, every time I go to the bathroom, I check that I'm good. I be doing this. You ain't ever gonna catch that. You ain't ever gonna catch me like that again. But yeah, Thank you to that lady. And I'm sorry I didn't get to say thank you to her in the moment because I was too busy being shocked at my own stupidity. Okay, thank you, God bless. Y'all asked for more dog content. Here's a story the first time that I got bit at my job. And this is because I let a dog bite me because of anxiety. You guys know how it works already. I get the dog from the cage, I wash it, I dry it, and then I put it back. My boss usually doesn't ask me to do this, but she asked me on this particular day to grab this dog's leash and put it on this dog. She might have been running behind or something like that. Now, I wouldn't say this dog was aggressive. Other people would say that. Other people. This dog was completely fine as long as you didn't touch it at all. This is the type of dog where if you touch him in a certain area and you just don't know where that area is, he will lash out at you. So I had a very difficult time picking him up, washing him, drying him. So I figured out some sensitive areas for him was his belly, his head, his tail area. He just didn't like those areas being touched. In order to put a leash on a dog, I kind of have to go around his head area. This type of dog where you go near him, he's like, yeah. So when my boss asked me to do this, I wanted to do it without any hiccups. And I was struggling for a while trying to not get bit. Then I realized a lot of time was passing and my anxiety was going, oh my god, you're taking way too long. Don't ask for help. You've already asked for help so many times today. My gosh, look for part. This is part 2 of me letting a dog bite me because of anxiety. I said to myself, don't bother your boss. You've bothered her enough today. So after trying to lasso this leash onto this dog and it wasn't working, too much time was passing. I was becoming frustrated and irritated. I said, you know what? We're gonna get this leash on you and we're gonna do it now. So I kind of just sacrificed my left hand. I put my left hand near his face because I knew he'd go for it. And he immediately lashed on. He bit me twice. And the second time he held his grip. He bit me here and then he grabbed on here. I kept a straight face and I put the leash over him with my right hand. Once I tightened the collar, I backed away and he let go. I looked down at my hand and there was blood running all the way down my arm. You can't really see it on camera, but you can still kind of see where he bit me. The skin on my thumb had completely come off. So I kind of just stared at my hand, went into the bathroom, washed off, put a band-aid on it, then continued washing the rest of the dogs for the rest of the day. The good news is it was on my left hand and I'm right-handed, so I could use my right hand to do most of the work. I was not angry with the dog at all. It was 100% my decision to do that. He's just a dog acting on instinct. That wasn't my sole reason for leaving, but I did leave my job like a couple months after that. But that's a different story time. Bye. Story time. This is the story when I took my youth Bible study to a horror-themed escape room. It was called Murder Madness, except it should have been called Demonic Doll Sacrifice because that's what we ended up having to do. Here's the story. For my cousin's 18th birthday, she wanted to go to an escape room, which was awesome. We all wanted to go to an escape room. We found a great one near us and we invited our whole youth Bible study. The one that we decided to do was Murder Madness. Okay, listen up. You guys know I wasn't allowed to watch horror movies, but I was into Stranger Things. I can handle The Sixth Sense, A Quiet Place, Get Out, Us. I could probably handle this place. Boy, was I wrong. First, the room was super dark. There was, I think, 6 of us in there. I mean, there was like skulls everywhere. Little baby children in cages making noises like The things they expected us to do, it escalated from decoding astronomy symbols and picking up skulls to throwing a doll in the middle of the floor and cutting it open with a knife. Literally, the room began to shake. A wall opened to reveal a tiny hallway. We had 5 minutes left. The hallway is full of coffins. We didn't escape. Randomly giving me opinions of, I didn't say that right, of random strangers walking past my house. There's a woman right now outside my house with a big fluffy dog. This dog is massive. He is black and shaggy and adorable. I want him. Oh, they decided not to walk on the sidewalk and instead to walk in the middle of the road. I get that, no judgment. She's got a leash, she's good. Just a super odd choice because, you know, there's still cars passing by. And like I said, her dog's not particularly small. Just super weird. Ah, I think they're home. Are we neighbors? Oh no, they kept walking. Here comes a car. And the car had to avoid them because they're in the middle of the street. And they still refuse to go to the sidewalk. Does she have something against sidewalks? I'm just confused. I'm invested now. What's the story? What's with sidewalks? Did her husband die like creating a sidewalk maybe? I don't want to assume anything. Maybe she's not married or maybe she's not into guys. Okay, but that dog is so cute. Okay, they're really far away now.